All right, so I'm just going to make some videos here that really I think are very helpful for people that really just want to learn to grow. And today I want to talk about what a woman can do that is almost a miracle in a man's life. And it's actually so simple. And you probably heard this. This is not like new news, but men are actually pretty simple creatures. Yes, we're emotional. Yes, we're sensitive. Yes, we're complex sometimes, but I don't think we're as complex as women. And we think, we have a lot of thoughts that go around in our head, and we're always in our head a lot. And a lot of men are practical, and we want to go and practically build a life for our women and our children and all that good stuff. But when a woman comes into a man's life and that woman speaks life into that man, and of course, it's great if she's beautiful, it's great if there's an attraction there, but a woman becomes even more attractive, even if she's already physically attractive, when she speaks life into that man's life. Okay, like saying, go get him, that a boy, you're hot, you're handsome, I believe in you, let's do this together, whatever you need, I'm here for you. That stuff right there, just like if you watch the movie The Gladiator 25 years ago, he went from basically, the general to the slave to someone that defied, the emperor of Rome, a lot to do because of a woman, okay, because how his wife was killed in the movie. So, like, if you really think about what a man can accomplish with the right woman in his life, but then opposite of that, what a man can go through with anxiety and depression and even ending his life because of a woman. I've been there. I've got the t-shirt, okay? I've been cheated on, betrayed, ignored, stonewalled. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at all and I'm just the perfect man, but it hurts. You go into a depression. You fall into this place of you're not worthy as a man. You fall into this place that, man, why doesn't any woman respect me? And then you start disrespecting women because maybe there's a new woman that comes in your life and you just have a lot of past traumas and stuff, which is understandable. But I just highly recommend get the help that you need even on a professional side. If you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with anxiety like this, and women that's watching this, listen, all you got to do and lose the pride, because there's so many women that I've seen that just have so much pride that they don't even want to compliment their boyfriend, their husband. Well, if I do that, he's going to get a big head. I'm telling you, stop doing that. Stop having so much pride, so much ego that you can't even say nice things to the man that you are supposedly love, the man you're supposedly with, right? How could you not spread, positivity in that man's life? So with that said, I just encourage you, if you're a woman, just go tell the man in your life how much you care about them, how much you are proud of them, and see what happens to that man's energy. Because I'm telling you, if that happened to me with the woman that I care about, that I love, man, I'm going to go to the moon. I'm just like, whatever I need to accomplish for the day, I'm going to crush, I'm going to kick ass, I'm going to win, I'm going to do the thing, right? I'm just going to absolutely go out there and I'm going to do whatever I can to have the best day of my life. And it could just be one comment. But opposite of that is being rude, direct, mean, not kind to your man. That could, and if you're doing that over and over again, that falls into really what is depression for a lot of men, and anxiety, and just walking on eggshells and not knowing how to ever express your feelings. Because if a man doesn't know how to express his feelings, or he doesn't have his feelings validated, even though it's not maybe coming out of his mouth very well, like I can't do that very well, especially in the moment, and a woman judges me on that, like I just and I just maybe I'll get angry, and then I get more angry, and then now I'm abusive because I just can't get it out. So women, have some patience, and your man is not always going to be able to share exactly how he feels perfectly like maybe you can. Have some patience for your man. Listen to him. Look him in the eyes. Don't be on your phone. Don't be, texting your mom, texting your brother, something like that. Like, literally put your phone down and listen to what's coming out of your man's mouth, because this is the best way that he actually can convey his feelings. And it might not be to your liking. Maybe you could be offended by the way he said something and then you interrupt him. Listen to what he has to say. Don't say, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" And then acknowledge what he has said. Now, men, after a woman has done that, that's a good woman. That's a Proverbs 31 woman, in my opinion. A woman that listens and is kind and is gentle, even if she doesn't agree with a lot or a little or all of it, but then when a woman, if you find a woman that does that, make sure that you acknowledge her on that. Make sure that you are saying thank you and how much you appreciate that and how much you're grateful, because that's a good woman. You should keep that woman. Because attraction to me is not just the look, it's not just the body, it's not the hair, it's not the eyes. I mean, all that's great, and that's the first part of attraction. But honestly, the deep side, the intimate side, the side that you want to keep around for the rest of your life, and that's called a marriage, is a woman that just can really just listen to you, and you listen back, and there's a mutual respect, and there's no judgment in the way that you're trying to convey, especially when you're doing it in such a calm way. And then a woman that's not quick to anger or quick to making her man angry as well, because she interrupts and she's constantly digging at him or saying, that's not the way it is, that's not the way it is, blah, 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 and not validating her feelings. Okay, we both have to validate each other's feelings, even if you don't agree. And then I'll just end with this. The best thing that anyone can ever do is just take full responsibility, even if it's not your fault. And just be like, listen, I'm responsible for the way that I make you feel. Even if you don't agree with the way that you made them feel, you have to basically get to the point where you say, listen, I'm responsible for that. So I need to work on maybe not being too intimidating at first, maybe not being too harsh. I don't even realize I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm raising my voice. I don't even realize I'm raising my voice. Maybe I'm being too curt. Maybe I'm just being too direct. And my person is telling me I'm doing this over and over again. I might not see it, but you know what? If they keep saying it, I probably am doing that. So I take full responsibility and I need to change, and that goes both ways. So again, if we want to actually lower the cause of people being depressed and sad, I really think it comes from the home. It comes from the right now in your love relationship, or even in your working relationships as well, or the way that you speak to your children. I think it really comes in the way that we are calm and loving and respectful. And I don't think that ever goes out of fashion. Being kind is honestly one of the best things that we could do. And then remember, ladies, the way that you speak to your men today will determine where they go. And if you keep downplaying them or down talking to them, or, too much pride to even give them a compliment, that man can spiral and do things that he never wants to do. Okay. And I'm not saying it's all your fault, if he reacts in certain ways, but why even go down that path? Why can't you just compliment anything about what they did right, catch them in the act when they do something right, so they're going to continue to do it right because you caught them in the act and you cared enough to say something. Most men their love language is words of affirmation. You would think it'd be like physical touch, and it's definitely probably second or third, but most men, myself included, are just words of affirmation, affirming that we're doing a good job providing for our family, affirming that we're doing good building our businesses, affirming that we're doing a good job, being good fathers and doing the best job that we can be. Although we're not perfect, we're still trying our best. And affirming that, we're just going to keep getting better and better and improving. And that, a happy man is a blessed house. I kind of hate the saying a happy wife, a happy life. I don't agree with that. I think that's very, one-sided, because a complimented man is also a very happy house, okay? And yes, that also makes the wife happy, because if you have a happy husband or happy boyfriend, I'm telling you, man is leading that household according to God's word. And if a man can feel like he can lead that household, then everyone's happy. It's not just the wife, it's the children, it's the dog, it's the cat, it's the hamsters. Like, everyone's happy when father's happy, or the husband's happy, or the boyfriend's happy. I'm telling you. And that's not a narcissistic thing to always try to make the husband happy and not, what about my feelings, Todd, as a woman? No. I've already acknowledged that. But it's so simple as a woman knowing that that's a man's love language, and you can do it like that. You could literally, after this video, just text something nice, and you're going to make that man's day. I promise you. So thanks for watching. And again, I'm going to just start posting real stuff that I'm going through. Not so much the reels and the boom, boom, boom stuff. And although I like that stuff, but it's just stuff that I'm going through and stuff that coming from my heart that I like to just share with you. Thanks so much.